All right, so here's a really quick, simple primer on Git. I've created a new word search example from the template. I'm going to right click here. I'm going to click on Open in Terminal. You can click on Open and Git Bash here. I just happen to like the Windows terminal a little bit better. They're both pretty much the same. So the first thing I'm going to do, I don't have a Git repository here yet, so I'm going to type in git init. And that's going to create my Git repository. But I haven't actually committed anything yet. And one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to create a new text file. .git ignore. That's fine. I'm going to add star.aliases and star.lvlps, which are two files that are going to get generated by LabVIEW at some point that I don't need to save. They're related to the LabVIEW project file. So I'm going to save that. Now here, anytime that you want to know what's going on in Git, you can type in git status. And it says I haven't made any commits yet, and here are all the files that it sees that I haven't tracked yet. So it sees the git ignore file, sees the LV project file solver, and that support directory. So I'm going to do git add. I'm going to put a dot, and that's just going to add everything in this directory. I could add individual files if I want. One thing when it comes to adding individual files, if you just type a couple letters and hit tab, it should tab complete, and so you don't have to type out the whole path. But I'm just going to git add. And I can type in git status again, and it tells me it's ready to add all these files. That's great. The way to do quick and easy commits is git commit -am. So A means include everything that you know about. M is the message. I'm just going to add the message here, and I'm going to say initial commit. Of course, you should try to make your commit messages a little bit better, but hey, I made a commit. Great. And then if I want to see the history, there's a command git log --1 line. And it shows me the commits all in one line. If you just see git log, it gives you this wordy output. So now I'm going to go in here, and here's the solver, and I'm going to add a comment. So add my solver here, right? This is just to show that, hey, I've actually changed the file. All right, and now if I go back here and I saved it, and if I go to git status, you can see that that file's changed. Cool. Now, if I want to see what changed in that file, I can type in git diff tool. And if I've set it up correctly, I have to go to my blog and see how to set that up, but I can see what changed. I'll say open up and compare. I hit yes. I can look at the two changes side by side. And it says, hey, you added a comment. Cool. Now, if I want to keep that thing, that change, I can do git commit am, and I'll keep that change. Let's say that I don't want to keep that change. I want to throw it away. So one thing you got to do when you throw away changes, it's always good to exit LabVIEW when you throw away changes, or when you check out a different branch in LabVIEW. It just makes things easier. It doesn't get confused. So I don't want that change. If I type in git restore and a dot for restore all the, that means get rid of all the changes in my working copy. Now if I go to git status, it says nothing's changed. And if I open up my project again and look at the solver, it takes a minute. I hate the fact that LabVIEW does not automatically recognize when there are changes, but it doesn't, so we just got to deal with it. Okay, so if I go back to my solver, you'll see no comment. Now let's put the comment back. And let's look at one other thing. So, okay, so I saved this. Now when I go here, I type in git status. And you notice git status gives you some hints here, right? So it tells you what branch you're on. It says use git add file to update what will be committed. Use git restore file to discard changes in working directory. Right? So you can restore just an individual file. I did that, and it grabbed everything. But it's useful. So I'm going to go get commit am added comment. Now if I do get log -- one line, I can see these two commits. Okay, let's say I've made a commit, and maybe I made a bunch of commits, and I want to go back to a previous commit, right? So I want to take my branch and I want to throw away everything except for that initial commit. What I would do then is use the command get reset -- hard, and I type in the commit hash. So this is 5F 3D 453, and if I do that, and you'll notice I didn't close this, but if I close this and don't save it and reopen it, it should be back there. Yep, so I closed it, didn't save it. Hey, now reload it from disk, it's not there. And if I do get log -- one line, hey, now it just shows I'm back where I started, got rid of that added comment. So those are the basics of using Git to take small steps. So again, you make your change, get commit -am commits the changes. If you don't like the change, you do get restore, and it restores back to where you were. And if you want to go back in time to a previous commit, right, because maybe you went down ways and you made 4 or 5 commits, and you're like, yeah, that's not the right direction, go back and restart, then you do get reset space -- hard, the commit number, and it'll take you right back there. Hope that helps. Bye.